Well, I'm back, finally. So yeah, Flux is over. We've had time to settle down. And we're about to get into a video which I kind of had plans to make when I first started this channel. But I'm finally going to do it. So today, we are going to do a ranking of the Doctor Who title sequences. So, I don't really know what I should say to get into it, but I've always had opinions on title sequences. Today, I'm not really going to talk about the theme, because that's going to be a separate video. I'm probably going to film that straight after this one, and probably release it a few days later. But today I'm just going to talk strictly about the title sequences. This will involve like the look of them and everything. I might have to mention the music in there a little bit, but hopefully I don't have to, because that's a separate video on its own. But yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so we're going to have to start right at the bottom in 15th place. Yeah, I've given it 15 spots. I'll explain why. But yeah, in 15th, I've actually tied it at 15th because I can't decide what's worse here. So I might let you decide. But bottom, I have just put Series 7. Now, you may remember, there was different title sequences in Series 7. This is Series 7 of New Who, as the second half of Series 7 had this weird pink one, which had odd camera movements. Well, obviously not camera movements, because it's all, you know, fake and CGI and on the computer, but it's still weird jolts, and, you know, it doesn't really look too great. I don't really like the font. I think the fact they put, even the fact that it's Jenna Louise Coleman and not Jenna Coleman, which they later do with the Capaldi one, like, that annoys me, because it's just like, it's different. And then also just the logo doesn't look as nice. I think the TARDIS opening, it just feels like a mess, and I despise it so much. However, there was also multiple other title sequences you may remember from the start of Series 7, as they went for a theme of a blockbuster every week. Now, even doing that doesn't mean you have to do a different title sequence for every week. And basically, that would have been really cool, but that would have been a lot of hard work. So do you know what they did? For the first half, they just got the titles they had from Series 5 and Series 6 and just basically filtered them. They changed the colour of the Vortex a little bit. They changed the font into what would happen in the Series 7 font, and it just doesn't work. The real crime here is the logo. What happens to the logo? The main issue is they changed the logo for each individual episode. Why? What was the point in that? It just looks so tacky. I remember the first time I saw it, I watched The Silent of the Daleks, and I saw the Dalek balls on the logo. I didn't know they were Dalek balls at the time. I just thought they'd changed the logo, and I was like, oh, is that a new logo? And then I watched Dinosaurs on a Spaceship and went, oh no, I think I see what's happening here. I'm starting to sense a pattern. Number 14. The second Jon Pertwee title sequence. Now, I don't know if people actually like this. I don't hear people talk about this one. My main gripe with it is, well, it just seems a bit slow, it's a single camera shot, it doesn't move, it's just, everything comes at you. Secondly, Jon Pertwee, it's usually a headshot. It's not a headshot, you get a full body shot of him, and he's just kind of there. And then the vortex or whatever, the tunnel, shapes around his full body, and then you see the logo, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, that's why I'm putting this one here, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to have to put another one, which maybe some like after this. It is a Fourth Doctor one, but you'd think I'd go for the tunnel one. No, I'm in fact going to go for the second Tom Baker title sequence, which is, of course, Season 18, the Starfield sequence. Now, I've got to admit, I do like the music here, but I'm not going to let the music affect what I think of the actual title sequence and the way it looks. And it's just a bit slow. You just get the occasional star move around. I do like the effect on the face and the way the face is formed, like almost like a join the dots of the stars, and then the colour comes in and you see the face. But the problem is, the photo of Tom Baker's face, like, I don't know what it is. I think it's a photo of him where John Nathan Turner talked to him going, so you're up for Season 19, right? Like, no. And he's just there like, it's just so weird, and it's just slow. I do love the logo though. I like the logo. But the whole title sequence as a whole doesn't really do it for me. Next, the fifth Doctor title sequence. Basically the exact same title sequence. The logo's the same, the shot's the same, but the face is a lot better. Peter Davison decided to just pull a normal face, and that worked. However, it's different to the way they reveal the face, in that there's a bit of a blind effect, but I'm fine with that. He looks cool in it. It's fine. It works. But same reasons for the fourth Doctor one, I'm afraid. Just a bit slow. Just a, starry background, not much going on. Next, I've got the 11th Doctor's first title sequence from 2010 to 2011. Now, the thing is, I remember when this first aired, and I remember being so excited that they changed the title sequence, because it was something new, it was fresh. I was like, oh, it's cloudy and everything, and the TARDIS is spinning out of control. You've got lightning, then you've got it. Then it changes into fire, and the logo is really different, and I really liked it. And I've just grown away from it. The thing is, I don't think I really like the font of the actor names. I like the actual logo. I think the logo works in Series 5 and 6. I think it works really well. The fire bit, yeah, it's fine. It's just I prefer other ones too. I think it's okay. Next. Well, we were going to get here eventually, and it really hurts me to put it this low, but it's the original, the first Doctor's title sequence. Believe me, it hurts me as much as it hurts other people. I love this title sequence. I think it's amazing. I admire the work and the craftsmanship that went into this. I mean, I don't want to go into the music, but Delia Derbyshire really put out work in here. And just the way it looks. I mean, it's just shining, a light down a monitor. And it's genius how they do it. And I just love it. The start with the kind of patterns just like rolling away kind of. But the real good bit is when it's kind of, I don't really know how to describe it, but splitting down the middle and filtering out in like some sort of beautiful pattern. It's brilliant. I mean, don't really know how to describe it, so I will let Sacha Dhawan describe it for you here.
You see, if you point a camera down its own monitor, it creates the most wonderful shapes, patterns.
Like mirrors, endlessly reflecting, swooping and pulsing like butterfly wings.
Very well done from him, I must say. But that's completely how it is. It just works so well. The one thing I'd like to mention is, I don't hear anyone else mention this, but if you look at when the logo is about to be formed, look at the W, where the W will be. It's about to say Doctor Ho. It's like they screwed up and it's going to be an O, and then it suddenly changes into a W. No one ever mentions that. I don't hear anyone mention that, so I just thought I'd say it, but like, okay. Because I've never heard anyone mention that or observe it. I'm assuming people have seen it, but they've just not thought it's worth commenting on. But yeah, Doctor Ho. Did they nearly change the title of the series? No clue. But yeah, Doctor Ho. Make of that what you will. But moving on, I'm going to put just above this the second Doctor title sequence. And I've got to admit, I love this one. It's the first Doctor title sequence, but it's quicker. It's so much better. It's got the face this time, and the better thing, the way the face fades into the title is brilliant. It's just so much cool. It's got so much more going on, and I love it for it. I don't want to mention a theme, because a theme is a big change in this one, but it's just so good, and it works so well. It's just brilliant, and it really sets where, title sequences should go from that time on. As that theme that they do change for Troughton is the theme until 1980. But as I said, I don't really want to talk about the theme. However, I've realised I've been talking about it every 10 seconds. So let's move on quickly to next. The first third Doctor title sequence. I've heard this one get some flack, and I really don't know why. Obviously, yes, it's extremely colourful. But I love that. I love that it's clearly the BBC going in over their head going, we can use colour. What do we chuck at it? Every colour. I mean, the first time you see the Pertwee face, he's like pink and yellow. And it's brilliant, and it's just so funny, it's just cool. I love the pattern of the swirling things and the way it changes. I think it's just cool. I just love it. It's so its time that it's so cool looking back on. And I love it. I think it's great. As the pattern that reveals the face originally is very similar. It's harking back to the previous title sequences. And even the pattern which is swirling around as a kind of vortex is very similar to the patterns from the other title sequences, except now it's going in like a circular way and not splitting in some sort of symmetrical way. And it's just really lovely. I love this title sequence. I think it's great. And to be honest, I love the era in which it's shown. To be honest, I love all the eras I've mentioned so far, apart from Series 7. But, you know, we don't like to talk about Series 7. It's fine. Anyway, next. The 8th Doctor title sequence. Now, of course, this has only really been used once. Saying that, it literally has only been used once in the TV movie. Now, my issue with this comes down to a few things. One, I don't like the fact that the logo appears first. I really don't like it. The way it's revealed is very cool. And the way it, you can come around it, it's very cool. However, the real failing of this for me is I'm ranking it with the TV ones, and this is made for a film. So as a result, all you get is non-stop credits and actor names for a while, and then the TARDIS shows up and it's over. What I do appreciate it for is it sets up what is to come with the New Who ones, in the way the Vortex kind of looks. And also it borrows stuff from the 7th Doctor title sequence, which I will get onto with the kind of meteors and asteroids jumping around. And it's the TARDIS in there, which looks good, but for me, the fact that it's made for a film really changes the way it's organised, and I get that, and in context it works, but when you compare it to the other ones, I don't know, I just prefer the other ones, simply because, the way they're structured, and the structure is different here to a point where I don't like it. And yeah, that's what I've got to really say on the matter. So next, I've got the first 4th Doctor title sequence, and boy do I love this one. This one does it for me. It's brilliant. And I didn't think I liked it, but quickly before this video I made sure I knew my ranking. I've got it down here, and I watched all them back, and I saw that one, and I simply just smiled watching it. It's great. Tom Baker's face is so much better here than it is in the Starfield title sequence. You can just see it's blank face. I've seen it a billion times, and I swear every time I look at it I go, that doesn't look like Tom Baker. Do you know why? He's got some sort of pale face, like he's got a gun, like someone's got a gun to his head. And it's just brilliant, the way his face goes through, and you go into the Vortex, or whatever the hell that is, the TARDIS, just the logo. The logo I didn't mention with the other Pertwee one, but the logo is fantastic. It's just so much better than the Pertwee one. It's like the late Pertwee one was a test run, and they fixed it and made it perfect. And it's just brilliant in every way. It's a fantastic title sequence. And yet, we've still got a few to go, which, I do feel bad about. But I'm checking it now, and we're now about to approach the top 5. So, 5th place, the Colin Baker title sequence. This one really works. I've mentioned the Starfield title sequences before, but this one just improves them so much more. You just see more going on. It's going at the shot is going at the exact same pace, but just by having those, pulsing lights surround on the outer bit of the screen just works. The colours work. The face reveal on the other Starfield title sequences work, and this one improves them immensely, just by Colin Baker's face being just lit up that bit more, and also it's just like really colourful, and then it changes, like his face changes a bit into a smirk, and it just works. Now next, in 4th place, I am putting the Sylvester McCoy title sequence, and this one, I don't understand why it gets flack. The main criticism of this one is the meteors flowing through, as obviously it's the first CGI Doctor Who title sequence. I don't really care how CGI it is. It's obviously bad CGI compared to the modern day, but I love it for what it is, an attempt. The meteors is the only real thing which I can see wrong with it, and even then I can put it to a side because I don't really care. Obviously the theme changes and it's a different structure, which is a criticism I gave the 8th Doctor one, but here I think it works. I really do. It's just so cool. It's all purple, it's a very different colour scheme to other title sequences, and it's just so different. Instead of it being like a vortex shot in one single shot, it is like this 3D shot of like a galaxy or something, or whatever the hell that purple thing is. You see the TARDIS in a bubble, and then there's an explosion, and then you've got this silver painted McCoy face, which originally was intended to turn into a skull, I heard, which would have been really cool, but even if they didn't do it, it's fine. He pulls a smirk very similarly to the Colin Baker one, and then it's just brilliant. The logo, I've heard people say they don't like it. I like it. I think it's a cool logo, and I like Doctor Who really changing up with the logo, just experimenting. And this is what this title sequence was, and for me it's a hit. I love it for what it is, and it's brilliant. So now we're approaching the top 3. What is my third favourite title sequence? And you've realised there are 3 remaining, and they are all New Who. So third is the one I grew up with. It is the RTD era title sequence. I've put the 9th Doctor and the 10th Doctor ones here just because the changes aren't significant enough for me to rank one above the other. With the Tom Baker and the Peter Davisons, obviously they're very similar, but the face on Tom Baker is so appalling, I had to put it below the Peter Davison one. Whereas here, the only real change is the actor names, which doesn't really impact the title sequence look at all, and the actual logo, which, I'll be honest, I prefer the orange one, but the white one's not bad. The orange one is just a little bit better. But, you know, it would be a bit weird if I separated them, because the white one lasts from series 1 to 2 with 2 different Doctors. It crosses over. I'll just rank them all the same. And the look is really cool. It's fast-paced, it's energetic, it's colourful. The TARDIS turns. I love when the TARDIS slows down around that corner on the beat, and it just works. It so works with the timing. All of it works. The pace, the intensity. Watching this as a kid, I was so excited to watch Doctor Who on a Saturday night, and it just gets better. And I've got to say, my favourite moment watching this has got to be the Stolen Earth. You see the Stolen Earth, and then you see just Elizabeth Sladen, Billie Piper, Catherine Tate, John Barrowman, Freema Agyeman, just all these names being chucked to your face. I'm dodging them left, right, centre as a kid. It was fantastic TV. It was event television, and this logo is just so perfect. It's perfect, and yet it's third. So now we've come to the top 2. There are 2 left. They are actually the 2 most recent title sequences. One of them is going to get first place. But which one? It's really tough for me. So I'm just going to say this. Second place, the Peter Capaldi title sequence, which for me is fantastic. The thing I love about this title sequence most is it came from a fan-made one, which I remember watching because, you know, people were wondering what the new title sequence would look like, and I was looking at fan-made ones and thought, that one looks pretty cool. And then eventually it came out in the news that he was working with the BBC, and I was like, oh my word, this is going to look amazing. And if you liked the one he did on YouTube, this one is such an improvement. No offence to the original, but this is even better. The gold clockwork really changes it. The way the clockwork moves on the beat is brilliant. The way the clock unwinds outward, the TARDIS comes out, spins away, and then suddenly you're in space and there's planets revolving around the titles and the names revealed. The way they've made the face go down and you just see the eyes of Capaldi, especially considering there were a lot of jokes about his eyebrows, really works. The logo, they don't change the logo, which I'm not too mad about, but the way you have the light underneath it move with the vocals in the theme tune, I really like. And then the logo reveal, not the logo reveal, sorry, the title reveal, fine. But just it all, the movements, the clockwork, it's so ambitious and so unique. Like, it's the most unique Doctor Who title sequence there is. And it's odd for me to rate it on how unique it is when I'm about to go into a title sequence which I'm rating for the opposite reasons. So it's about time I now talk about what I would rank as the best Doctor Who title sequence, in my opinion. And that is the current Doctor Who title sequence, Jodie Whittaker's title sequence. This one absolutely blows my mind. I remember watching it for the first time and just seeing the purple blob going, what? And it was going to the beat, and then it expands, and instantly my head thinks, this is like the Hartnell and Troughton ones, but with colouring. They've been adapted to the modern day, the way it's all expanding and going round. It's brilliant. The text is fine. The logo, I really like the modern logo. It works so well. Like, I'm looking up here, it's on all the new Doctor Who DVDs, it's on my Evil of the Daleks, View from the Deep, and all the collections, and it works. It's a brilliant logo. I hope they don't change it, as it works in all expanded media. And it's just fantastic. I love the dark colours. It's brilliant. The way everything moves to the beat of the music. This isn't really mentioning the theme, but it just works with the music so well. They both complement each other, the look and the theme. The only thing I don't like about this is how short it is. It should be a little bit longer. As originally in the theme, you have the beginning bit a little bit longer. The beat you get twice, and then it goes into the melody. With this time, you just get one round of the beat, and instantly you're chucked into the melody. Maybe it's because they got an expanded runtime. They thought, right, we're going to save as much time as we can. I don't know. It would have just been 10 seconds, but that's just one gripe I've got with it. But for me, it's a fantastic title sequence. Everything's so timed perfectly, and I love this title sequence for what it is. Just brilliant. As unlike the 12 Doctors, it's not unique, and yet it is, because it's harkened back to the classics and really just transformed them for the modern era. And I'll always love it for that. So that's it. But yeah, I've talked about all the title sequences there. How would you rank them? Maybe just say which one's your favourite. Don't spend, half an hour debating it and then give me a paragraph or make a 30-minute video of your own. I mean, you could. I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? It's my opinion, so it's not fact. If you prefer title sequence to me, if there's anything I'm not gonna have a fight over someone, it's the title sequence. Not that I'd have a fight over someone over any Doctor Who opinion. This is my opinion. No one else's. It could be. I don't know. But if you like this, good. What do you think of this video? Comment below all this stuff. Like the video. Please subscribe. I'm quite low on subscribers considering the amount of views I've been getting in some videos. So I'd really like to go up. Please, please, please. Ding the bell for notifications if you're subscribed so you know when I've uploaded. Also follow my Instagram, which is linked in my YouTube account, which is at _board_Whovian. There I'll post whenever I upload, and I might post something else on there every now and then. I don't know. You can check that out. But yeah, have fun there. So that's the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm going to do similar content to this because I just think it's easy to make for me and I can just pump it out. But for now, I've been the Bored Whovian, and I'll see you around.